남자입니다. 안녕하세요. 또 새로운 일주일이 시작한데요. It's the start of a new week. 여러분도 잘 지냈죠? 주말 잘 보냈죠? 주말 잘 보냈죠? I hope you guys had a great weekend. It's the start of a new week. And it's a very sunny day here in Istanbul today. Wow. When it's sunny like this, I come to my neighborhood cafe, the vendor's coffee, because I don't walk out in the sun. Why? Because I'm a vampire. But as you can see out there, it doesn't really show on video, but that's the Bosphorus Strait over there, with the horizon over there. You can't really see, yeah? But it's bright sunshine, but actually quite cold, about 6-7 degrees Celsius today. So yeah, there are some people who are dressed down, some people like me with dressed up. But yeah, it's the start of a new week. 새로운 일주일 시작한대요. 여러분들 새로운 일주일 기대하세요. And I, of course, having my usual coffee and cookie. But today the cookie here looks a little bit different. Maybe they're ordering from a different place today. It's kind of like not perfectly shaped. Really homemade cookie style. Maybe they changed suppliers. 베이비 혹시 보고 있다면 사랑해. Such a slow and lazy start to the week. In fact, quite a lot of people here in the cafe actually. Surprisingly, on a Monday morning. Ooh. Wow. The people even in t-shirt. Oh, just t-shirt. Man, here I am in paddings. Man, I feel just that little bit less of a man right now. I completely destroyed my fringe. You see, right now this side is higher than this side. I'm gonna have to trim again. See, the problem with trimming your own hair is this thing. Trim, and then this side becomes higher than that side. Then you trim this side some more. Then this side becomes higher than that side. Then you trim some more. Then it becomes all the way up. At some point, you just have to accept that it's not going to be balanced. But the imbalance is actually quite striking. Very lazy, quiet start of the week. Very lazy and quiet Monday morning. But of course, big things are happening here in Turkey today. The peace talk between Ukraine and Russia is happening today here in Istanbul. So So it's kind of like a historical moment for this city right here. It's quite interesting. I wonder if there's somewhere I can go to see both delegates from both sides. This historical moment. I still don't know what kind of compromise both sides can make to end this thing with both sides saving enough face. Son Cho! Son Cho from Singapore, welcome! How's your Monday? Your Monday's almost over in Singapore, in Asia. This is how strong the sun today is. Oh my goodness. It's a 6-7 degrees Celsius, but more and more people are just wearing t-shirt only on the streets, you know. Not like me, I'm still in padding, but I've seen quite a couple of young people, okay, in just t-shirt. Today is a 6-7 degrees Celsius here in Istanbul. Bright sunshine. Where this sun just looks menacing, man. A ball of hell in the sky, of fire and brimstone. That's why I keep saying, the sun is demonic. The sun is the manifestation of Satan himself. I stay away from his influence. Whoa, nice. So stormy Monday here in Singapore. Isn't Singapore like stormy every day? Like it rains every single day in Singapore, isn't it? Don't know why, but Monday always feels very rushed and busy. Yeah, in most cities, Monday feels very rushed and busy, like in Korea as well, but not here. Here, Monday still looks so lazy, so slow. See, people walk very slowly on the streets. And people taking time, just slowly having a cigarette and a coffee. It's truly the slow life here. So slow, no? Life is slow here, slower than a snail. I'm gonna have to cut my hair again. This part has to go. Can you guys believe I cut my own hair with a pair of paper scissors? Don't try. You got to be Istanbul #1 ambassador. Oh, Istanbul is hosting a historic moment today here in Istanbul. And here in Istanbul, the Ukrainian Russian peace talk. A big one, important one happening today here in Istanbul. I wonder where they are. Quite curious. Very slow Monday. You can feel the slowness in the air. This feeling, honestly, to me, this feeling feels like Sundays in most other cities that I've ever lived in. This is the Sunday feeling in most other cities I've ever lived in. And the Sunday here in Istanbul is like, it feels like a lockdown in most other cities. just nobody around. Just everything's closed and nobody's around. Sundays look like a lockdown, and Mondays look like a weekend here in Istanbul. So slow. People take time to feed street cats. Walking, this walking speed, this walking speed. You don't see this walking speed in a lot of places anymore. Very quiet day today on the chat, yeah. Don't know. A 4-day work week will work well here in Istanbul. I'm not sure how many days work week this is here. But people here, I don't think they mind working 6 days a week when it's so slow. I think 4-day work week and that kind of nonsense are only for societies that has pushed themselves way too hard. When you push yourself too hard, you start talking about 4 days work week. I don't think Istanbul or Turkish people will ever talk about 4-day work weeks. When you're happy and relaxed, you don't need nonsense like a 4 days work week. To me, 4 days work week is complete nonsense. It's nonsensical. So, like if you talk about 4 days work week, what are you talking about? Like for 3 days every single week, everything closes down, like a lockdown? Doesn't happen. It's just nonsense. The whole point is not a 4 days work week. The whole point is stop pushing that hard. Stop chasing after the rainbow. Stop trying to get everything other people have. Stop trying to live the life other people live, and then you'll be fine. When I study the reasons for people working so hard, most of them, the reasons are just laughable. The reasons are way. The reason just tells you they like suffering. A lot of people say, "Oh no, you don't understand. We have to work hard for our kids." No. There's 10 million ways of raising a kid in the world. The thing is, you chose to try to match up with other people. You chose to do the expensive way that other people is doing. That's all though. That's all there is. You chose to buy the big expensive car just because you think you have kids, you need to buy an MPV. I never grew up with an MPV, my dears. Yeah. So in the end of the day, a balanced life is not about 4 days, 5 days, or 6 days work week. In fact, even after you get your 4 days work week, I think it will come a point of time 10 years down the road or 20 years down the road, you start talking about 3 days work weeks and then 2 days work weeks. I'm telling you, it will come to that. If you are going to pile your stress, like if it's all about lifestyle, it's all about stress. It's all about the incessant, stressful, pointless pursuit of pointless nonsense things. Istanbul people chase those nonsense things as well. They chase after the latest iPhone and all that stuff. But they do that at a leisurely pace. But like Istanbul people are like, it looks slow here. It's slow. Slow doesn't mean stress-free. Turkish people live under tremendous amount of stress as well, economic stress. They too want the latest things in Europe. They too want to match up to Europe. But but the thing is, they do it in a slow, leisurely pace. Doesn't mean it's not stressful. It's the same thing. Soncho, maybe because you live through the high life, so you have things. Ah. What I've seen around the world, easily 90% of the reason why people every day slog themselves to work is nonsense. Are things that you never needed to put yourself through in the first place. It's not about 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 6 days work week. It's about you stopping that nonsense in your head. Oh, this is good. To me, I don't need the latest iPhone to be happy. I don't need the latest I don't even have a car. I just have a simple coffee and cookie, and that makes this is my day. It's nice and slow. Peace, debt-free and stress-free beats any luxury you can ever get in your life. A peace of mind beats anything you can buy. A peace of mind beats anything you think will bring you happiness, I'm telling you. Not a Lamborghini, not a Ferrari, not a big mansion, not a condominium. None of this will give you peace of mind. Real peace of mind is priceless. It's a priceless way of living. John Shaw, by the way, your cookie looks very good. Yeah, I think they changed supplier. No, it's a different kind of cookie today. It looks like homemade because it's very irregular shape. Usually here they sell the very regular shaped round cookie, but I think they changed supplier like 3 times already. When I first came, it was small, round, and fat, and then it became the round and flat, and now it's become the irregular shape with a lot of vanilla or marshmallows. Shancha, I just went to the fridge to take a cookie. Oh, product placement happening. Oh. This is not product placement, this is subconscious manipulation. Oh, Keisha. Hi. Hi, Keisha. Yes, mortgage is stressful. Yeah. See, everybody think, oh, I'll be happy when I want to get this big house so much. You know, I'll be happy when I get it. But after you get it, this, all your mortgage and everything, and then all your happiness gone, you know, and now you're trapped. I have no house, I have no car, I don't possess nothing, and I bet I'm happier than most people out there who has all this nonsense. In the end of the day, you get trapped in your own nonsense. You know, surprisingly, I didn't learn this lesson myself, you know. This lesson was taught to me. You know when and who. You'll be surprised who taught me this lesson about possessions and stuff. Ooh. My younger brother taught me this when I got my first car. When I got my first car, I was completely possessed by the car. Every day I'm washing the car, every day I'm waxing the car, every day I'm thinking of ways to make it nicer, better, smell better, and everything. And then one day my brother told me this: are you having the car, or does the car have you? Is the car your tool, or is it now your master? My brother told me that. It goes to show that my brother also has an extremely high level of awareness and attainment, way before me. When I was still young and foolish, he told me that. And it still rings true today. Do you possess your house, or does your house possess you? Good morning, Astro Boy. 좋은 아침이요. 또 새로운 일주일 다 됐네요. 새로운 일주일 시작됐네요. In the end of the day, the core the core nonsense in everybody's head is just this. I'll be happy when I get this. I'll be happy when I get X. That kind of thinking will lead you nowhere. If you cannot be happy right here, right now, how you are right here, right now, you'll never be happy when you get X, whatever the X is for you. In fact, X will make you more miserable. I've seen this so much. The big house, the big car, that sexy girlfriend. Oh, laughable. You know, I don't envy any of those kind of people, you know. When I see people like that, I think they're foolish. That's the abuse of money, huh? And then after abusing the money like this, they talk about wanting a 4 days week. When you've created all the useless, pointless, unnecessary stress in your life, now you talk about wanting a 4 days week. What a bulldog. You know, you guys should work 7-day weeks. I'm telling you, you should work 7-day weeks. Then you wake up. Then wake up to the nonsense you've been doing. Huh? If you're just trimming corners here and there, taking consensus here and there to avoid the pain, you'll never understand the real issue. You guys should work a 7 days week like a slave. 18 hours a day, 7 days a week. And then you wake the fuck up from all this nonsense you're trying to go after. All nonsense. You may have excuses such as, oh, I need to do this for my family. That's nonsense. I've seen families thrive with more kids than you have with much lesser money. I've seen families with like 5 kids who makes even lesser than sometimes they make lesser in a month, sometimes lesser than what I make in a day. And they have 5 kids. And they live perfectly fine. I'm sure some of these kids are going to grow up to be amazing people as well. Stop the nonsense you guys are doing. It's nonsense. It's okay if you do the nonsense and you're happy about it, you know. The thing is, you're not even happy about it. You see, you guys pick up all the nonsense beliefs and nonsense things and nonsense goals in life, and you're not even happy about it. That's the problem. And now you're asking for a 4-day week. If I'm government, the day people start asking for 4-day weeks, I'll implement a 7-day week. So everybody will just wake the fuck up to the reality of the life they've been creating for themselves. That you should. The whole point is not cutting back on your working day. The point is cutting back on your shit, cutting back on your greed, cutting back on trying to fit in, cutting back on trying to belong, cutting back on trying to look good. Those are what you should cut back. If you can cut back on trying to look good, if you can cut back on trying to match up to other people, if you can cut back on trying to belong, I'm telling you, you don't even need a 4-day work week. You'll be perfectly fine and happy. You'll be fine and happy working 7 days a week, I'm telling you. Because it's not about the work, you know. It's not about how many days you're working. It's how many days you're being pushed to work like a slave for those things that you have done for yourself. To yourself. But if you're never pushed to work like a slave, and every day is happy and joy and carefree, you won't mind working 7 days a week. So whenever this 4-day work week discussion pop up anywhere in the world, right, I see the same problem now. The issue is never how many days you work. The issue is how badly they have destroyed their own lives. Telling you, I'd rather have no house and no car and remain debt free. I'm debt free. Debt free in my middle age, you know how precious this is. Do you know how many middle-aged people like me wants to be debt free? Do you know how wonderful and carefree and amazing a feeling to be debt free in your middle age? It's an amazing feeling. It's freedom. Breaking the financial bondage. This freedom. and then you can enjoy slow days every day like me. Even my wife, her belief is this. Her belief is if ever she's gonna buy a house, it will be cash out. She will not take a mortgage on a house. That's my wife, My wife rather not have a house than to have to go on mortgage for a house. She said the day she buy a house will be cash out. But of course, I think the main problem is neither my wife nor I, neither of us are ready to settle down anywhere. I think that's the main problem. I don't think it's a money issue. That's why we don't have a house. We're not ready to say this city is our home. Any city here. We're not ready. Mr. Tokokyomi. It's hard to be debt free in the middle age when you have children to feed and aging parents. There you go, that nonsense that I hear all a lot. Like I say, I've seen people, single parent, a lady, 5 kids. And don't tell me she don't have aging parents. Getting by all these things with a monthly income lesser than what I make in one day. It's never about money, my dear. You think feeding your kids and having aging parents is hard only because you made it so. Your kids never needed that much. In fact, in some places, right, by the time your kid becomes capable of this thing, they start to become in fact, honestly, in the end of the day, right, to really have to really raise kids, you just need an extra pair of chopsticks on the table. That's all you need, Your existing amount of food, just give some. That's it, Everything, honestly, everything else you brought it upon yourself. I would say that. You say that, but modern education, tuition centers are how expensive it is. They never needed it. Your kid never needed tuition. You could teach a kid the same thing at home as well. Or your kid needs a laptop. I never had a laptop until I was 40. No, until I was 30. My first laptop was when I was 30. About 30 or 28. 28. Yeah, that was my first laptop. My first mobile phone, my first smartphone was when I was 40. So, in the end of the day, I may be asking, then what is stopping you from doing that? Why? Because you're trying to match up. Like, this is the whichever country you're living in way of life. Everybody does it that way, so now you have to do it that way. That right there is the problem. I can drop you in rural China and you won't have any of these problems. I don't understand why Asian parents cause you to go in debt. I don't understand this. You need to clarify this. How does your Asian parents result in you getting into debt? In fact, your Asian parents have their own house. They're not paying mortgage like you. They're not suffering like you. They have their own house. They're getting their retirement or CPF income. How are they a burden to you? How are they causing you to be in debt? A lot of people seem to put a lot of blame on their own parents. Yeah, you know, your parents, they fought the fight, man. Just to, in the end of their life, become spoken of as a burden to their kids, man. %90 of all aging parents have their own house that they never had to pay for, they never had to pay a rent. If they were displaced, if they are in financial need, I urge you to examine your life and what you did to make them that way. Because I know this for sure. If not for you, your parents will not end up like that. If not for you, your parents won't be in the state they are in. If not for you. That's why, you know, when I was in university in Korea, right, one very young classmate of mine, you know, she said one thing, because I'm older than her father, and then she said, no, I wish my dad is as cool as you. You know what I said? If your dad never had you, you'll be as cool as me. Do not shift your blame onto your aging parents. I'm sorry, that is very irresponsible. Because if you examine the life of your parents, they would not be in the state that they are if not for you. I know because I have no kids, and man, what a big difference in my lifestyle. Huh? So it is unfair, irresponsible, and slightly morally unjust to shift your financial blame onto your aging parents, yeah? Because they will never be in the state they are if not for you. Oh, I finished my cookie so fast. Actually, not really fast, more than half an hour. We're talking about that lifestyle and how ultimately everybody, you're just 90% of the problems is due to your own this thing. You cannot blame your kids, you cannot blame your parents. It's unfair to blame anything on your parents because, like I said, and look at me, if not for you, they will be living like me. And it's unfair to blame it on your kids because your kids never needed the things that you are throwing at them. They never needed all that tuition. They never needed that laptop, that mobile phone. They never needed those fancy clothes and everything. They only need love, attention, and you saying you love them. That's all. So in the end of the day, when you examine the life a lot of stressed middle-aged people, they're all like that, not because of other people, because of the nonsense choices they made in their lives. And then in the end, they start to ask for a 4-day work week. These people need to go on a 7 days work week. 18 hours a day, 7 days work week. And then you wake up. Say, oh, when they say, oh, okay, I can't take this anymore. I better trim back on my lifestyle. I better live a more simple and realistic lifestyle and bring down the stress level. Rather than asking for a 4 days work week. Because I'm telling you, when you cram 7 days of work in 4 days, one day you will be asking for 3 days work week and 2 days work week. You might as well not have a job. But of course, the government is highly to blame, yeah, in every country in the world that I've seen. Not every, yeah, but most. Yeah. Most countries with their citizens shouting for 4-day work weeks, usually the governments, right, have creates a kind of environment in their education and in the media that you need to live up to a certain standard. You need to have that. You need to have this. You need to live like that to be a proper person. All this nonsense propaganda, and then they push their people too hard in the pursuit of this very weird number called GDP that never seems to translate into more money in your own pocket. Yeah. In the past, the kings of old, they compete with each other over land. Now the kings of the modern world compete with each other over this thing called GDP. When in the end of the day, for normal folks down the street, what the hell did GDP ever do for them? Nothing. Doesn't correlate to more money in the pocket. Doesn't correlate to more happiness. Doesn't correlate to more wealth. In fact, in most cases, quite the opposite. I guess what I'm trying to say today is, stop bitching and whining like little babies. I understand that every stressful thing, like if you think your life is so stressful, it's so hard, it's all because of you. It's all your own choice. There's nobody else to blame. Nobody else that you can blame. Just understand this. But the understanding of this is a good thing. Because once you understand this, you have power to change. It means you understand you can change. You can change it if you want to. You can adopt new beliefs if you want to. But then again, most people won't want to. So do not ever use the soaring excuse of, oh, I have kids to feed and aging parents to take care of. That's a soaring excuse. No, the excuse is so hard to hear, man. You're shifting the blame. They're shifting the blame of your suffering onto other people. That's in Singapore term, that's damn aqua. Do you realize, if you guys have been following me for a while, I'm all about personal power. I'm all about everything is personal choice. I'm nothing about something does this to me, something does this to me. Because if you live in a world of something does this to me, therefore my life sucks, then you'll always be at the mercy of the tides of fate. You will never have control over your own lives. Control over your lives starts from understanding that every bullshit you're going through today, right now, is your own choice. But if you cannot come to this point of accepting personal responsibility for the shit that you're going through, then you will change nothing. And life continue to be a chaotic maelstrom of random suffering. And that is what in Buddhism we call samsara. You'll be caught in the cycles of samsara, thrown and trashed amidst the wave of and sea of suffering. Kuhai. In Chinese, Kuhai. In Korean, Kuhai. There's even a song for this, it's quite popular. Buddha's wise words. Wow. Welcome to my live stream. First time seeing this name. Where are you watching from? For those of you new to my live stream, this is a live stream where every morning here in Istanbul. Yes, I've been living here in Istanbul for almost 1.5 years. It's a nice, cold, sunny day here in Istanbul. This is a live stream where I'll show you guys something about Istanbul and then grab a coffee and then chit chat about anything and everything about life, yeah? Or actually, really everything about life. Watching from the UK. Wow, UK is nice and sunny and warm right now as well, isn't it? Just 2 hours. We're living in the same time zone basically. Welcome to my live stream. I hope you enjoy yourself. Sometimes topics are heavy like today, sometimes light, sometimes we're out exploring Istanbul. Yeah? Just like a friend thing, it's a chit chat thing. Right, so welcome to my live stream. You know, whenever I think about UK these days, I think about a certain accent. I'm wondering, I'm wondering if I should do it. It's very bright, sunny day here in Istanbul. Oh man, this newscaster is so hard to listen to. It's a UK newscaster, BBC. So hard to listen to. So hard. Like, why can't you just do one sentence like without stopping? Then why can't you do this one sentence without stopping and wow, it's hard to listen to this guy. Oh, just finished my coffee and my cookie. Let's take a look at what Istanbul looks. This is what a real Turkish neighborhood looks like here in Istanbul. Nice buildings ever, all the way down the Bosphorus Straits. We just went to the Bosphorus Straits 2 days ago, yeah, in the live stream 2 days ago. Today is too sunny for me to be out because I'm a vampire. It's the people of Istanbul, beautiful family marts, kids playing in the schools, elementary here. The 6 degrees Celsius, 7 degrees Celsius, but feels more like 10 degrees Celsius. It's actually kind of hot today. But I'm still in my padding. I see plenty of young people in t-shirt today. And when the sun is so bright and so sunny, I come to my favorite neighborhood cafe, the Vendor's Coffee. I'm still messing with my hair. I cut my own hair, by the way, you know. I kind of destroyed my fringe. Right now it's like kind of up, down, up, down. Right now I have to level it. But I'm sure as hell if I level it, this side will be higher than this side. And then I have to level this side. And then you go like zigzag. And then you go seesawing up, 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 up. And then I have no fringe. I have no fringe left. At some point you just have to accept that it's never going to be leveled. Welcome to my live stream. So today I've been chit-chatting about what I think about asking for a 4 days work week, what I think about middle-aged people getting all stressed out and in debt. Never had to be that way. I'm middle-aged, I'm debt-free, I'm living a time of my life. All middle-aged should be like this. Anything else, anything lesser than this is your own choice. There's nothing to blame. I see the blame game a lot. It's very unfair. Do not blame your kids and their aging parents for this. It's very unfair. Your choice to have kids. Your choice. Okay? Your choice. In no small part, your choices in life led to your aging parents needing your help today. In no small part. Just examine. I'm sure as hell. Because older people have the luxury of having their own home, paid up, debt free, living on pension, CPF, whatever. That should be, and in fact, living a lifetime of money they have made for themselves. That is the default way all aging people, all retired people can live. You know? Anything less than that, in no small part, is due to their kids. Okay, so you have to examine your own life. How you have made your parents the way they are today. But then, of course, it's also the parents' own choice. In the end of the day, everything is their own choices, you know. You gotta take responsibility for it. in the end of the day, it's all okay. But it's not okay when you start to say it's because of your kids or your aging parents that you cannot live a debt-free life. It's not fair. To be fair, you have to admit that you don't care about a debt-free life. You don't want a debt-free life. You don't want to be free. You want the good fight. You want to suffer so that you can build certain things. Okay? If you put it that way, it's beautiful. People suffering for something bigger than themselves is a beautiful thing. But when you turn around and say, because of this guy or because of this thing, right now I'm suffering, that turns you into a whiny little baby. Huh? I hope you guys benefit from today's sharing, because this is something I see in a lot of people. Like whenever they talk about how their life sucks, the first thing they default to is blaming someone else. Sometimes you can blame someone else, sometimes. Not common, but sometimes. Some people grew up with extremely abusive step-parents, or even parents who are extremely abusive. Some people life situations beyond their control, like let's say if you're Ukrainian, that situation is beyond your control. It's not your own choice. Yes, these situations exist that are beyond your choice, but for 90% of the people out there, it's not that. Ukrainians can blame what they're going through on the war, but you cannot blame what you're going through on your kids and your parents. I'm sorry. It's very unfair. It's morally unacceptable as well. Fight up, man up, own the suffering. For Valhalla, die with glory. Huh? Own it. When you own it, okay, there's honor and there's glory in it. But when you're doing it, either way you're doing it, but you're not owning it, it turns you into a cowardly little baby. Well, nobody's responding. Huh? Nobody's responding. So beautiful, the everyday life. Have you guys ever sit down and observe what people do in the everyday life? Is so beautiful. It's so beautiful to see people sitting around with friends, going shopping in the mart, in the family marts, going about their daily lives. Beautiful. People going through their lives, doing the thing they do. It's so beautiful to observe. Just going through their lives. So beautiful. Mankind is so beautiful. So nobody's chatting with me, running out of things to say. Like I said, this is a chit chat program. This is not a program where I come with I start my live stream with a certain topic or a seminar. No, you're not. This is a live chat. This is a chit chat program. Yeah? When nobody chats with me, I get bored and then I'll just end. Yes, when I travel, I like to stay in local neighborhood and do grocery shopping with them. And watch them play. Yeah, exactly. Then you see and observe the real beauty, of the people. In the end of the day, there's no beauty in that this and that made up buildings and man-made stuff. The beauty is in the people. So interesting. Delivery people, dia make seperti. So interesting. Okay, so since the conversation, that seems there's no conversation, it's been all me talking all this while. So I'm gonna end it. Okay. Thanks for coming on. But nobody's talking with me, so I got nothing more, nothing more to say. Nobody chatting with me, I got nothing more to say. So yeah, have a great week ahead. Now I'll see you guys again. 안녕.